Hi, and welcome to another episode of Roadside Oddities. Today we're in Vicksburg, Mississippi at the Vicksburg National Military Park. Quite the battlefield. A lot of history here, and pretty cool overall, even if you're not necessarily a military history buff. But you could probably spend all day out here just reading the different monuments and everything like that. So we're going to do a little driving tour today. Started out over at the visitor center. Didn't put that on video or anything, but the team in there, more than helpful. The park rangers and the tour guides, more than helpful, more information than I ever needed to know. And they're lucky to have those guys like that there working. So that was a pretty good experience. But outside, before you start your driving tour, there's a lot of the canyons and different monuments outside. So, but I believe it was about a 13-mile trip around the military park. Here's some of the cannons outside and just kind of the bombardment that they used. And only saw a handful of people riding bikes, and I think one or two people running. So that was kind of interesting. It was pretty hot out there. It was probably about 90 degrees that day. And I would say maybe a total of 50 some people were out there. It just kind of, it was pretty hot. So even though you're in your car. But anyway, this is how it starts. You drive through the Memorial Arch here, and that begins the tour. And like I said, I believe it's about 13 miles total. But the entire park is just filled with these monuments on the left and the right side. And as you go through, it's like Minnesota, Michigan, some of the different states. This would be the Union side of everything as you drive through. And the monuments are really different. Some are very small and humble, and others, which like the Illinois one, which we'll show here in just a little bit when we get to it, are pretty massive and impressive. So, but the park is just loaded with these monuments all over the park. The nice thing about this too was there wasn't really any traffic in front of us or behind us, and most people would get out and read and look and see in detail. So, but this was on the Union side of the park. So these would have been the Union states, and you can see some of the bigger monuments there, kind of more in detail. Like a lot of the national parks we've visited so far, this one was also undergoing some construction near so some of the roads were closed, or you had to backtrack. It seems to be a common theme in the national parks these days that there's either maintenance or repairs or something going on. So there was a little bit of a detour. So a few of the areas of the park we did not get to see, but there was still plenty to see. And this is just part of the drive. There are some canyons coming up that you can see, and it kind of gives an overview of where some of the fighting took place. And you can see a little bit too from the roads there. The roads were actually pretty decent shape. Overall, they were in pretty good shape. So, like I said, it was kind of nice because there wasn't really a lot of people in front of you, and there wasn't a lot of people behind you. So you could kind of just leisurely stroll, and a lot of people would get out and take pictures of different monuments or go up and read them and those type of things. And you could easily probably spend about 7-8 hours if you stopped at every monument and read every inscription and everything like that. And I believe also I didn't do it, but the National Park Service had one of the audio tours where, at different stops you can sit there and listen, and they'll tell you more about kind of what happened at each area. But this is the Illinois Monument, and it's pretty impressive. I did get out and walk the stairs. Not too bad, really. Wasn't really sure what it was going to be when I got up there to see kind of what was inside of it. So along this road, you can. This is kind of where it'll eventually end up closing. But Wisconsin and Kansas, we're back here, and I got a small little shot of the Kansas monument just so you could see it, because it just is not. It just is very simple compared to the Illinois and some of the other monuments, which we'll see here in just a second. I believe this is it's either the Wisconsin or the West Virginia monument. Part is where you start entering the Confederate side, and you'll eventually go up to the river. The National Cemetery is also over here. It is not open to vehicle traffic. It's walk only, and did not do that just because of the heat that day. But I'm sure in the fall or spring it's probably pretty nice. And then this is where the USS Cairo, I believe as I pronounced it. I've always pronounced it Cairo. But it is very impressive, and I would highly recommend anybody go see it. It was just a big boat that had sunk, and they had been able to recover it, and it is something else to see. There's also a museum there too, where you can go in and see different things and souvenirs. But yeah, it's pretty massive. And the neat thing about this too is you can also walk into it. We're on the back here. They've got some more cannons back here too. Here's kind of where they let you walk into the actual framework of the boat, which is pretty neat. And they've got some signage up that tells you. Yeah, I definitely would recommend this. It's pretty, just the size of it. Okay, so then after the USS Cairo and the museum, which it's neat to, it's not a real in-depth museum, but there's plenty to see. So then the next is you basically head back down through the Confederate area, and then there's also, it's kind of interesting, there's a little, it's got its own kind of section with like the Texas, Alabama, Kentucky, Indiana, Georgia, are kind of over in their own section that you actually go underneath a bridge to get to, and then you come back up and circle back around. But this pretty much wraps up the tour, so lots of monuments, lots of history. You definitely worth the stop, I would say, to experience the Vicksburg National Military Park. And also, I mean, just the team working over there is pretty knowledgeable and friendly. So I would definitely put this on your list of parks to stop at.